Man is not like the fowl of the air. Man is not like the fish of the sea, where they die and that's the end of them. The Bible says man is an immortal soul. He's going to go on to eternity in heaven or hell. He's an image bearer of God. He's God's chief creation. He's accountable to his Creator. And he has a conscience, that he has an ability to determine right from wrong. So he's accountable to his Maker. And man would love to think he's like the beast, where he just exists and that's it. You'd love to think that. I die and that's it. No, the Bible says that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning of eternity. Either in heaven or in hell. Folks, around the world, because this is a global event, around the world 150,000 people die a day. Or more, or a little less. But 150,000 people die a day. That could fill 2 of these stadiums easily. Think of how many people that is. Right? The last game that was here, almost 70,000 people went into this thing to worship their idol. Imagine doubling that, and that's how many people die a day around the world. Could be more than that even. Some days it could be 200,000. That's a lot of people. You're going to be in that statistic one day. Every one of us will die. Every one of us will stand before God. Every one of us will give an account to God. Doesn't matter where you're from, what language you speak, what your upbringing is. You will stand before the Creator of the universe. And you will give an account to Him for your life. So the Bible says, as it is appointed unto man, it is once to die, and after death is the judgment. After death is the judgment. God's appointed a day for each of us. The Bible says, our times are in His hands, seeing that His days are determined. His number of months are with thee. Thou hast appointed His bonds that He cannot pass. God's appointed every hour, every minute, every second that you will dwell on His earth, and you will give an account to Him in the end. You will not live any longer than God has appointed you to live. None of us will. You say, well, we can extend our lives now. We could take this pill and do that. It doesn't matter. You won't live any longer than God has appointed you to live. You will have to stand before God one day. You will have to give an account to God one day. This is why you ought to give the more earnest heed to the things that you're hearing today, which is the gospel message of Christ, His death, His burial, His resurrection. That Christ went to the cross and rose on the third day to pay the penalty for His people's sins. Understand you're 100% accountable if you deny Him, if you reject Him today. Doesn't matter where you're from, as I said, and I'll keep saying it, you are 100% accountable to Him today if you reject Him. Jesus said, if you deny me before men, I will deny you before my Father which is in heaven. But if you confess me before men, I will confess you before my Father which is in heaven. You're doing one of those 2 things this morning. Confessing Christ or denying Him. One of those 2 things. You can't be in the middle here. Either confessing Christ or denying Him. Either you're saved or you're not. You're on the broad and wide way or the straight and narrow way. Jesus mentioned an interesting statement at the end of those 2 things in Matthew chapter 7. He says, few find the way to life, but many go the way of destruction. Many go the way of death. Are you with the many? Are you with the few? Which path are you on this morning? If you just had this kind of dedication to serve Jesus Christ like you have for your soccer team, like I said, you'd have a changed world if all these people that have come over here and have traveled have that kind of dedication to serve God. It just shows where the treasure is. As Jesus said, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. You got to really examine yourself where you stand today with the God of heaven. If you profess faith and yet here you are committed to something like this, look to Christ today.